Hello, kindergarten. Today we're going to make a beautiful bowl and some beautiful beads out of clay. You will need a big piece of clay like this and 5 small pieces of clay to be the beads. The big piece is going to turn into a bowl. You are going to have a straw with your name on it to make the beads with, a pokey stick tool to add decorations to your bowl and beads, and finally, some water so that you can dunk your fingers in it every once in a while to keep the clay wet. Make sure that you only work on your clay mat today. If you don't, your project might get stuck to the table and get ruined. So, let's get started with the bowl first. Take your large piece of clay and use those hand muscles to squeeze it from a square into a circular ball. You might need to dunk some fingers into the water cup and rub it on the ball to help make it softer and easier to roll into a nice ball shape. You can use your hands and you can use the table to help you do this. Once you have a nice ball going, it is time to turn it into a little pinch pot or a little bowl. Take your thumb and stick it into the ball, not all the way poking through, but pretty deep. And then leave the ball on your thumb while you take your other fingers and pinch it, like this. You turn the bowl while you pinch in order to get all of the sides of the bowl to be thinner and smoother. You'll notice that as you continue pinching and turning the bowl, the hole gets bigger and wider. So again, really I'm taking what I call crab claws, and I am pinching the sides of the bowl over and over again while I turn it to make a bowl out of it. Eventually the hole will be so big you can use 2 hands. And remember to use some water once in a while to keep it nice and smooth and wet and mushy, which is what clay needs to be. When you like your bowl, set it down on your mat to make a flat bottom like this. Mrs. Toth is going to help you write your name with the pokey stick tool on the bottom of this pinch pot. Don't worry, you won't be able to see it because it's on the bottom. Great, we have a bowl. Now all we have to do is decorate it. You can decorate your bowl with the pointy stick tool. You can draw things with the stick tool like lines and letters. You can use the pointy end or the fatter end to put polka dots all over your bowl. Have a lot of fun with this part. Make it special. Make it unique. Take a second to watch me work. When you're done decorating with the pointy tool, you are done with your bowl. You need to let it dry until it gets fired in the clay oven. move on after your bowl to making your beads. We're going to make 5 beads today, and you get to decide what shape to make each bead. When you've decided what shape to make it, you're going to slide it onto the straw to dry so that they can also go in the clay oven. You can turn these beads into any shape you want. A square, a circle, a long skinny bead. Do anything you want to, but make sure that it can slide onto the straw. You'll see what I mean in just a second. I am using my fingers and the table to change the shape of this piece of clay into more of a perfect cube or a 3D square. When it's ready to go, take the straw and stab it all the, whoops, that might happen to you. That's okay if that happens to the straw. You can still use it, but you're gonna slide the big bead all the way down to the end of the straw like a shish kebab. That bead is done for now. I'm gonna make another square bead using my hand muscles to change the shape, as well as the table to turn it into another square bead. And when I'm all done and it's ready to go, I am going to slide it onto the straw again. For the second bead, I realized it's easier if you kind of twist the straw back and forth to screw it into the bead, if that makes sense. Okay, 2 beads down, 3 to go. I have decided that my third bead is not going to be a square. It is going to be a sphere or a ball. So I need to use my hand muscles and the table to roll the clay from a square that it was into a ball. And when that is ready to go, you guessed it, I am sliding it onto the straw to dry with the rest of them. After this, I have 2 more beads to make. I've decided to make the last 2 beads match the first 2 beads. So I am going to quickly turn them into better squares. And here we go. Woohoo, that was quick, huh? Thanks, Movie Magic. I have 5 beads ready to go. I know that they're mine because they're on the straw with my name. And if I have time today, I can go back to the pointy stick tool and add some cool decorations. Again, you can use this tool to write letters, draw lines, poke in some polka dots with either side of the stick. It makes 2 different sizes of dots. But keep in mind that these beads are going to turn into a necklace. So the beads will be spinning around and around when you wear this necklace. You'll want to decorate all the sides of the beads, not just the front of the beads, all the sides of the beads, so that as they spin on the string, you can still see the cool decorations. Awesome, my beads look great right now. Like I keep saying, these beads and your bowl need to stay with Mrs. Toth for a week so that they can dry. When they are dry, Mrs. Toth is going to put them into a clay oven, and she's going to bake them like cookies so that they almost turn into glass. Then we're going to paint them, and I cannot wait. See you next time.